Analysis. Phoenix Mercury vs Chicago Sky. This matchup sits at Chicago favored by 1.50 points with a total of 175.50, positioning this as essentially a pick-em that leans marginally toward the home side. The Mercury have been pedestrian on the road over their last 10 games, posting a 1-2 against the spread record with a -36.36% ATS ROI and a 1-2 straight-up mark. Phoenix's overall record in this stretch sits at 4-6 straight up with a 5-5 ATS record and -5.70% ATS ROI. Chicago presents an interesting case at home, where they've gone 3-1 against the spread with a stellar 42.99% ATS ROI over their last 10 contests. However, the Sky's overall record in the same period shows concerning inconsistency, 5-5 straight up with a 4-6 ATS mark and -24.11% ATS ROI. The key differentiator here is Chicago's home dominance. They're 4-0 straight up at home, but Phoenix's ability to stay competitive on the road keeps this tight. The over/under leans toward overs, with both teams hitting the over in 4-3 and 4-3 fashion respectively in their home/away splits over 10 games. Las Vegas Aces vs Atlanta Dream. Vegas enters as a 1.50-point road favorite with a total of 182.50, and the Aces metrics suggest they deserve this chalk. Las Vegas has been exceptional away from home, posting a 4-0 against the spread record with a remarkable 90.45% ATS ROI over their last 10 games. Overall, the Aces sit at 8-2 ATS with a 52.15% ATS ROI across all contests in this span, one of the strongest trend signals on Sunday's slate. Atlanta, conversely, is struggling defensively. The Dream are an abysmal 0-6 against the spread at home with a catastrophic -100.00% ATS ROI in that split, and their 3-7 ATS overall with a -41.39% ATS ROI. While Atlanta is 4-2 straight up at home, that record masks their inability to cover spreads. The Dream have been serviceable on overs, 7-3 overall, 5-1 at home, so the 182.50 total could play over. But Vegas's road prowess and Atlanta's ATS futility at home make this a compelling matchup favoring the Aces spread. Seattle Storm vs New York Liberty. New York is a massive 9.50-point home favorite with a total of 183.50, and the trend data provides clear justification for this gap. Seattle has been historically bad over their last 10 games, 1-9 straight up with a -75.00% ML ROI and a 3-7 against the spread record featuring a -43.12% ATS ROI. The Storm's road splits are even more alarming at 1-5 straight up and 1-5 ATS with -58.33% ML ROI. New York, while not dominant, shows considerably more stability. Liberty sits at 5-5 straight up overall with a -4.03% ATS ROI, and crucially, they're 2-1 straight up at home with a 16.19% ML ROI in that split. The Liberty's away defense has been stout, 4-3 ATS, 9.82% ATS ROI, suggesting they can cover even from the visitor's seat, but they won't need to here. The most striking trend is New York's over record. They're 9-1 to the over across all games over 10 contests, and 7-0 to the over when on the road. Given Seattle's offensive struggles and New York's offensive consistency, this 183.50 total could be conservative, though the spread of 9.50 points represents the clearest edge on Sunday's slate.